Howdy folks, I'm Barbaric Barium, Brattily Bartering Banal Barnacles.
I'm Amber.
And here are more banal barnacles for us to barter with. Even though we're just a bratty barbarian. A barium, I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
It's not for you to get.
Let's get started. Alright folks, our first letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Not Helping My Brother with His Daughters When His Wife Left Him? I'm a 30-year-old female, and I'm single and child-free by choice. I date occasionally, but not for long-term relationships. This is due to many reasons, like I like my freedom. I want to enjoy my life unencumbered with responsibilities and want to really focus on my career. My older brother, a 34-year-old male, got married when he was 26. He has 2 kids, a 7-year-old female and a 4-year-old female. They had a traditional household. He wanted a partner who stayed home and looked after the family while he earned. She had apparently dreamed of being a homemaker and taking care of children. But during the last couple of years, she showed signs of hating it. She wanted to study more and work outside, build something of her own. But my brother refused to step up or help. I warned him, but once he told me that it's none of my business how he runs his household. I kept my mouth shut since. His wife left him a month ago. She just wrote him a letter saying that she can't do this and she wants to explore life. She left the kids with him and basically vanished. We have no idea where she is. Thing is that my brother doesn't know how to do even the most basic things. He is the kind of guy who never changed a diaper or toasted bread. The moment my brother found that his wife had left, he called my mother, who rushed in to help save the day. She thought that it was a short-term thing and my sister-in-law would be back, but she hasn't been. My father is unwell and needs her home soon. They live hours away. My brother suggested she take the kids home with her. My dad said no. He is retired and they are both getting old. He does not want to have kids in the house full time, taking up her time and energy. Since that was a no-go, my brother asked me to either move in with them or take the kids with me. I refused. From what I see, he's a grown adult and the kids are his responsibility. I made a choice to live the way that I do, and I do not want to sacrifice my life for his choices. My family is pressuring me into this, saying stuff like how my brother does not know how to take care of the kids. The little girls need a woman in their life. How my family helps family, etc. My brother is calling me cold-hearted for not even trying to help him. Am I the jerk? Alright folks, and a little bit of an update. Is she okay? In the post, I had given that no one knew where she was, and this was based on the info that I was given by my mother. She told me that they had communicated with my sister-in-law's parents as well. Hearing that she had taken all of her documents, and per her note, I trusted that she had gone somewhere where she can study and make something of herself. But a lot of the comments had me questioning about it all. Many of you wanted me to file a report as a missing person. What I realized is me and my parents are not filing it, and that made sense. We know and trust my brother. But why didn't my sister-in-law's parents file a report? They should have been more suspicious, right? So I called my sister-in-law's mom. She didn't sound worried or sad, so I was more suspicious. I asked if she knew where sister-in-law was, and she said that she didn't know. Sister-in-law did not say anything to them, etc. I told her that I would be filing a report today so that we know that she is safe. Her mom panicked and told me not to do that. That sister-in-law will come home when she's ready. I told her that I have to file a report unless I know she's safe. She kept insisting that I don't have to. It was very suspicious. 5 minutes after my call, I got a call from an unknown number. It was sister-in-law. She was panicking and more or less begged me not to file a report. Turns out she was in another state, crashing with distant family. She did really want to go to college, and my brother was not letting her. She had a huge fight with him about all of that the week before she left. She was really depressed and feeling stuck. Her parents loaned her some cash through a church friend who helped her get away. She begged me not to file a report, saying that he will sue her for child support and she can barely support herself and go to college. I told her that abandoning her kids was wrong, and she was crying and said that she knows and hopes they can forgive her. She really couldn't live this life anymore. Leaving them was the hardest decision that she ever made, but she felt that it was better than taking them and letting them starve with her. At least there, they have home and family. I did ask her why she couldn't just divorce my brother then. She said that she didn't have the money for a lawyer or anything, no home to return to. She is not proud of it, but she just couldn't stay and fight. She didn't tell me exactly where she was, didn't want to risk it. Asked me not to give her number to any of my family. I did tell her the situation with the kids. She just said that my brother will figure it out. She cannot help in any way right now. She will come back to her babies when she can. All right, folks, what do you think of this situation?
Uh, it is just such a rough situation for the poor kids. Like, OP is 100% not the jerk. Like, she did not have these kids. She has never consented to being a caretaker for these kids. It's not her responsibility to step up when the grown adults in the situation decide that they don't want to be parents anymore.
Yeah. So I don't think that OP's in the wrong either, unsurprisingly, I would think. And I think that it's a little absurd that they're expecting OP, who's not a parent, who doesn't have any child care experience, to come in and be able to do all of that when they have a perfectly legitimate parent who is supposed to have been raising kids.
It's misogyny at play. Like, even if he doesn't know how to do these things, his mom could take a few hours to teach him how to do some basic meals and do a little laundry and stuff like that, you know? And the mom is just a phone call away, so it's not like he is in some, like, hopelessly desperate situation. Like, and that's the important thing, is people can learn.
Yeah.
He chose to have children. It's his responsibility now to figure out what to do with them.
Yeah, and I mean, I do agree with OP that it wasn't cool that she abandoned her kids, but this also doesn't necessarily sound like a healthy relationship either.
No, if he's banning her from going to college and just really trying to force her to watch the kids 24/7. I mean, he's never done anything for the kids, it sounds like. He's never changed a diaper, doesn't know how to make himself toast. It doesn't sound like she was a stay-at-home mom so much as a servant.
Yeah. So I do feel bad for her in this situation, and I can understand that she had a really tough decision. Like, if she doesn't have any money and she can't do anything to fight him in court, then that's going to be a really difficult spot for her to be in.
And the situation is at a minimum financially abusive because he's controlling what she can and can't do. She can't go to college because he doesn't want that. And it sounds like he's not a good partner. Well, and let's go figure.
Yeah.
And so I don't blame her for wanting to get away. I don't know that she handled it in the best way possible but it's very difficult because, like she said, she can't have the kids starving.
Yeah, I think that she made the best decision that she could with what she had. And again, she knew that she needed to get out of there, and it's one of those situations where if you're on a plane and the plane oxygen masks fall down, then you put your own oxygen mask on first, because the people around you, you're not going to be able to help them if you're passed out.
Right. And I mean, it sounds like she has been struggling with depression, and like depression can make it really hard to do the things that you need to do as a parent, and taking care of your mental health is such an important piece of that. And it sounds like her husband wasn't letting her even do that.
Yeah, so I do think that this is a really unfortunate situation, and it's going to be a hard situation on everyone until she can, find her own footing and, end up probably, working with the kids again, I imagine. But I just hope the dad doesn't get off that easy, because it just sounds like all he's been really supplying in this relationship is money. And that's too bad, because it sounds like she's just fundamentally unhappy and not wanting to do this anymore. But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. And Lacatite Floor says, everyone's a jerk. Not for not helping out physically with the children, but not for giving the number to your brother. His wife is no better than the deadbeat dad running away from paying child support. She needs to be taken to court and made to pay. She needs a job and to get this figured out. She needs to deal with the consequences of her action, no different than your brother needs to deal with his. And OP replies, my brother did not try to find her. He didn't file a report. He didn't see if she had any friends. He asked us not to file a report even. If he cared to ask, I might have considered giving him the number. Knowing firsthand how he treated her like garbage and treated me like garbage growing up, no, I won't volunteer to the number to him. It's not a big secret or rocket science. If he wanted to find her, he would have. That's an interesting comment. I mean, I think that shines some interesting light on here.
Yeah, well, and again, I think it's important to recognize that the wife in question is in a very different situation from the brother. Like, I understand parenting isn't easy for anyone, but it sounds like he hasn't done any parenting, basically.
Yeah.
And so, again, if she is just not in a position where she can care for the children effectively until she's in a better place, like,
Well, and then there sounds like there may be abuse going on in the
mm-hmm,
situation. I mean, certainly like financial abuse, but there could be other more abuse in the situation.
yeah,
And if he's not abusive to the children and they're safe,
mm-hmm,
and he is doing things to her that would be considered abusive, then she might need to get out of the situation and find a way to be safe before coming back for the children. So I think that it sounds like she wants to come back for the children
mm-hmm,
and she didn't want to leave them, but she doesn't have any means to provide for them.
yeah,
And so, I mean, what are you going to do? Sue her to get child support? You can't get blood out of a stone, right?
mm-hmm.
And Boy76 says, not the jerk, not your circus, not your monkeys. But for the rest, I have watched too many true crime to believe. No one knows where she is. She left her children just like that. I have some doubts here. And OP replies, if he filed a report for missing person or got an investigation agency involved, we may have been able to locate her, but he's not doing either. It's more like her number is no longer in use. She hasn't told anyone where she's going or that kind of thing. My brother is not exactly chasing her down. He is waiting her out, thinking that she will be back. And, I mean, that's the scary thing is that in a lot of people who she doesn't have a job, she doesn't have any way of earning money or anything like that. So he may very well be in a confident position thinking that she'll be back soon because, what else is she going to do with herself? All right, folks, and our next letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Making My Daughter Share a Cabin? Okay, so I'm a 50-year-old male, and I recently booked a family cruise, where I planned for my wife, a 49-year-old female, my daughter, an 18-year-old female, and her uncle, my brother, a 45-year-old male, to join me. Due to budget constraints, I booked 2 rooms, one for my wife and I, and the second for my daughter and her uncle. They're both adults, so it seemed like to me a sensible choice to save some money. While my brother isn't necessarily a bad guy, he's always had a way of acting that has made my daughter uncomfortable. He loves teasing and bringing up little comments. I've chalked it up to his sense of humor, though admittedly it can border on inappropriate at times. When I told my daughter about the rooming situation, she was immediately against it. She said that in no way would she be sharing a room, let alone the bed. The room booked only has one queen-size bed with her uncle, whom she characterized as creepy. I initially dismissed her current concerns, thinking that she was overreacting, as the perceived creepiness was just his strange sense of humor, and that she ought to learn how to handle such situations. I affirmed that there was nothing to worry about, and that she could always lock the bathroom door and sleep in there, if it came to that. She's clearly upset about it, and I'm starting to wonder if I'm being dismissive of her feelings. In my perspective, it was just a budgeting decision, failed on a bit of character building. So I ask you, Reddit, am I the jerk for making my daughter sleep in the same bed as her creepy uncle on our cruise? All right, folks, what do you think?
Oh my goodness, OP is a massive jerk here. Like, it is not character building to force someone to sleep in a bed with someone they think might be a predator.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a normal situation that any person should ever have to encounter. Like, it's so gross. Like, there's a very obvious solution if he wants the 2 rooms. Daughter and mom can room together, and he and his brother can room together. Easy peasy.
Bam! Problem solved. It was just took 2 seconds of actual critical thinking here to come up with a solution that would meet his criteria, other than the fact that now he won't be able to sleep with his wife on the cruise.
Right, and this shows it's all about his own comfort, like, because there's an easy, obvious solution that would cost him the same amount of money,
Yeah.
but he might have to give an ounce of comfort. He's like, oh yeah, I know my brother's a creep, but you can just lock yourself in the bathroom. Like, who says that to their child?
Apparently this guy.
Who has so little concern for her safety that he's like, yeah, go lock yourself in the bathroom. Like, how is that supposed to be a fun or enjoyable cruise for her?
Well, and I mean, this could be just a situation where he is perfectly innocent and there's nothing harmful about him, but even if that is the case, she still shouldn't be forced to share a bed with someone who she doesn't want to share a bed with.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple. For starters, it seems like you made a decision for your daughter without consulting her or asking her, like Amber said, about her comfort level. So it really seems like you need to just take a step back, and if you want to do this out of saving money, then like Amber said, there's an obvious solution, and go with that instead. Don't force your daughter to be in a bed with a person that she does not want to be in a bed with.
Yeah, and like even if she isn't in physical danger, which we don't know, if you are admitting your brother is creepy, like that's a giant red flag. But even if she isn't in physical danger, it's still psychologically dangerous. Like it's gonna hurt her psychologically. She's gonna be worried that this guy is going to hurt her, and that's not okay.
Yeah, I just again think that it's a really odd choice. Like a lot of times that the real solution is to pair off like the mother or daughter or something like that. So, yeah. But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. And Remy the Magnificent says, "You're the jerk. Telling your 18-year-old daughter that she has to share a bed with her uncle is downright creepy, regardless of her feelings." And This is the Captain says, "You're the jerk. No one can be this utterly dense, right? This is bait, right? Looking around nervously, right?"
That's pretty much how I feel. It's like this cannot like how, but these people do exist, so.
And Dangerous Winter Elf says, "This has to be bait. 2 women, 2 men. If you only have 2 rooms, it would make much more sense to be a woman in one and the men in the other. Or wait with the cruise until you have 3 cabins. No way that any logical person would be okay with their daughter sharing a bed with their creepy uncle." All right, folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I've got some tea right here, and Amber, she's got a joke.
Child monster, look how much I've eaten. Practically the whole family. Ma, I've eaten the mother, the brother, the sister, and the grandparents. Now I'm going after the pop. Mother monster, put him down, son. You know pop is bad for your teeth.
I see, I see. Jovial Bob Stein. I have a secret behind humor. There's wit in brevity. Wit in brevity. And I have Mega Mint. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Friday. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the week. I made it to the end of the week. As you can see, we have a live stream coming up next week. So hopefully we'll see you then. Amber, we need some kind of moral advice and or guidance, and please have it in the form of a slogan for a cruise.
Ocean cruises. Leave the creepy uncle at home.
I guess so. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye.